What's up, everybody? I'm Jabby Kaway, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
It's after midnight, and that means Secret Invasion has dropped. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing a cut-down version of our reaction. We can only show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKaway, or become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Disney Plus subscription, so you can open up each episode. In an adjacent window to our reaction, we give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Now, this might not make sense to those of you watching this a year or two from now, but I have to say it because of what's happening right now. Currently, there is a strike going on with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA, and with respect to them, just want to say that no money has exchanged hands between us and Disney for making this video. We are not promoting their content. This is our reaction, review, analysis, criticism, critique of Secret Invasion. So there you go. We support the WGA and SAG-AFTRA members that are on strike. All right. Here we go.
I'll crack his chest. You take the laparoscopy.
You think he can tolerate it?
Whatever you do not trust Colonel Rhodes.
His pulse is dropping. Let's go.
Sir, do you have clearance?
Okay.
Then stay outside.
Just say yes. Act like you belong, man. Come on. Do you have clearance? Absolutely. Here's my clearance, bitch.
A remote control.
Not the gun. Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. No one is getting through. I'm thinking sus.
Everybody's sus on this show. It's the kind of show it is.
Yeah. I'm like, you're sus, you're sus. Sus, sus, sus.
Assemble the operatives.
It's a secret invasion. I had to mull that one over for a moment to figure it out. I was like, oh, I know there's something there.
I could have taken out the convoy single-handed.
But would you? You ordered Fury's death when you knew Vara would never do it. You had another chance to kill Fury today, and you didn't take it.
Ruh-roh.
You told me Fury hid the Avengers' DNA, but it wasn't in any of the locations you provided. But Fury never trusted you, and it makes me start to wonder, why should we—
You're dead!
Wow,
You're dead!
Come on,
You're
man.
dead!
Did you
You're
not see this coming?
Oh.
Mutiny will not be tolerated,
Yeah.
my man. Like, did you not see that coming?
And the only reason Fury was on that motorway was because his traitor wife defied my direct order. Well, then you send some of our people to Vara's house and kill her.
Everyone's just cool with that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh, this kid. Kid,
Well, he's not cool with it.
just walk away. Like, literally, just walk away. Don't be giving looks. Figure it out later.
Yeah.
Find Gaia.
Where are you?
On my way to the hospital to make our outcome favorable.
Change your plans. Keep Ritson alive. Make sure he knows it wasn't just the Russians. It was the Russians with the help of Skrulls. Prove to him there are Skrulls living here in Russia, and that they must all be eliminated.
Oh, he's trying to start the war.
Fury doesn't want to see World War III or to see innocent Skrulls die.
And if we don't get what we want,
Well, then we all do what we've prepared for. Sacrifice.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot more mutiny happening.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Calm down. Calm down.
Do something. I dare you.
Stand down. Stand down. Fury's just very excited to see me.
If he just shot him, he would turn into a
I know, that's what I was
Skrull
thinking,
right
the
now.
same thing.
Well, in order to out me, Nick, you're gonna have to kill me.
Do it.
And you don't want to kill me.
Why?
Because you're not ready to die.
Why? What?
Oh,
What are you
because
talking
the other
about?
guy's gonna shoot.
Get behind him and go pow pow. Use him like a shield, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall.
In about 60 seconds, the footage of you killing Maria Hill is gonna lead off every news program all across the hemisphere.
Oh gosh, I forgot he had that. Yeah, that's right. That's what I would have done. Just give him a bop.
Consider this a preview, Nick, because if you ever get within 100 yards of the president again, I'm gonna make sure you get the whole show.
Tell Gravik I'm coming for him.
Tell him yourself.
I thought Gravik was going to show up for a second there. I was like, okay, when? When can I tell Gravik? Just bring him now.
What happened just now? Why is he getting to walk away?
I know. Gravik didn't say you can keep Fury alive.
I guess he still has to get the bad guy. But, like, I would have tried to find a creative way to shoot roads. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger's, but put him up in front, go pow pow, and watch. Just everybody just watch. Everyone just watch. He's gonna turn green. Just watch.
yeah.
Former SHIELD director Nicholas Fury is being sought for the murder of former SHIELD agent Maria Hill.
Oh,
Possible involvement in the failed attempt on President Ritson's life.
Sonia Falsworth here to see you, sir.
Tell her I'm busy.
she's right here.
Don't mind me, I didn't see anything, I promise.
I love her.
Or do you really believe that Skrulls could be amongst us?
Well, if you ask me, sir, I think they're bloody everywhere.
Oh,
Politely asking the location of Dr. Rosa Dalton.
Have you lost your mind, woman?
That's loud. No one's gonna come in.
Falsworth, what have you done?
oh,
Just showing Director Weatherby's true colours. Come and look at that.
yeah.
That the SAS has no official policy on killing Skrulls. So unless you want me to enact my personal preference right now, you should start talking.
That's what Nick Fury should have done.
Right?
He's out of surgery.
I'll handle it.
Once he's awake, I'll send confirmation of the strike.
Yeah. Because you know what happens if you don't.
Oh,
right?
what's he? Why does that guy have a mallet? Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, you guys, you're in trouble. He's a super skrull.
Everybody at once. Instead of just watching, everybody at once.
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
There we go. Everyone
down,
grab an
hold
arm and a
them
leg.
down. Yep,
Pull them apart like horses.
Yes, quickly. Okay, all
Punch them in the
right.
ass.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Oh! Damn. That was nasty.
Oh! Oh, he didn't hurt this guy. Is he gonna get out alive? No, you're dead. Goodbye. Nice knowing you.
That throat execution was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. Oh, he didn't die yet?
I'm nothing but a monster.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, wow. Way to make people follow you through fear. They're gonna leave you the first chance they get.
I ran away from my father because I knew he would lose.
Talos chose the path of struggle. He did not lose. What DNA did Gravik steal?
Collobsidian fluorocolossus. But he took those because he couldn't find what he was looking for.
What was he looking for?
Something he called the harvest.
What is that?
The Avengers, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you going?
Finland. Gonna be all right, kid?
Don't worry about me. I'll put on a good face.
Haha. Guess you can change faces.
Yeah, but how will he know her?
She'll
Do they have
say,
like a secret code? Knock, knock. Who's there? It's me, Gaia.
Hello, Skrulls. Who are you? I think a more apt question would be, who would you like me to be? I'm staggeringly versatile. Nigel. We're going to have someone in admin either fired or, shot, because this is becoming a bit of a health hazard.
No, my name's Victor.
No, of course you are. Nigel's the one with his silencer pressed against the base of your skull.
Oh, nice.
My work is very involved. It spans several different areas of focus.
Ah, well, let's focus on this, shall we? Oh, Rose, it really is a lovely laboratory. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to torch it. You win some, you lose some.
Oh, so sad. Oh!
I won't let her betray Gravik. Let us go, or I'll kill her.
Okay, kill her. Whatever.
The males in my species are very similar. If they're not busy gaslighting you, they're threatening you with murder.
Wow. Well, damn.
She's savage and I love her.
Professor Davis?
Knock, knock. Who's there?
You're the one he sent to kill me?
I'm Gaia. Fury said you could help me bury my father.
As you no doubt saw with your own eyes, the Skrulls aided in that attack.
Yeah, I saw.
What you see on the screen is the Skrull compound. That's Russian soil. We have to neutralize this facility.
A strike on Russian soil. That means World War III.
I would rather us face a war than extinction, and that's exactly what a Skrull invasion will mean. We have to cut this thing off at the head.
So they can't kidnap the president and then like do his likeness under a Skrull?
That's true.
I got a deal for you.
Got anything to do with the harvest?
Bring it to me in person. I'll call the whole thing off. If I don't get what I want, your president's gonna bomb New Skrullos, and the war is on. Bring some iodide pills. The reactor room can be a touch aggressive.
So while he's off making a phone call, people don't just like run out of the compound. Be like,
they're too scared.
Screw this. That guy's crazy.
Who's flying him?
I don't need a tree stump going through my shoulder.
Voila. Figured you might need that on the other side.
Was he in Black Widow?
Yeah, I think so.
Try and get a nap. You seem a little grumpy.
At the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He always comes in with the stuff.
He was our general. He deserves a procession of mourners.
Tallis wasn't much for pageantry. Do you have the offering?
I think it's cool that we get to see their culture, you know?
Yeah, it looks a lot like human culture.
It was my mother's.
You and I.
I don't know the prayer.
It's okay. I know it.
She's well versed in doing other languages.
That's true.
Because I didn't see the Sam Jackson's wife's character do there was off-camera voiceover.
When it comes to facing down my executioners, I'd rather meet the bastards standing right here in my happiness than to meet them running down some dark alley.
Oh, shit! Well, it's happening!
You good? Good.
Oh! Wow! Oh! All right. That's awesome.
You show him, Sarah Connor.
I know, right?
She's also got Terminator training. Oh.
Okay. Nice. Okay, make sure they're all dead. Anyone else? Any more surprises? That is Nick Fury. Look at the way he walks. Oh, cool.
Let me check I understand this. So, $1 billion of research and development, and all the widow's veil can cloak is your face.
How long has he had that?
Oh, you mean like in the show? Why hasn't he been using it more?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's all right with his wife hiding her true self, but he doesn't want to because he's Nick Fury.
Why do you think Rhodey is in charge of this?
He asked for corroboration on the new Skrullos site.
And you gave it to him?
Yes, Fury. In the absence of my scaled superior, I'm the new head of SIS.
Last I checked, Rhodey is a Skrull.
What?
Yeah.
Well, who in the hell isn't a Skrull these days?
Yeah. Are you a Skrull?
If I don't give Gravik the harvest, then Rhodey is going to incinerate the Skrull compound, including all the Skrulls and humans trapped inside.
But the harvest?
Nearly every Avenger spilled blood in the Battle of Earth. Even Carol Danvers.
Oh.
Some were sent in to collect that DNA. Some with the ability to blend in.
Oh, shit.
Led by
Gravik.
Gravik, yes. Which is probably where he got the idea for the Super Skrull machine.
Fury, why haven't you called any of your special friends down?
This is personal. We can't keep depending on these superheroes to swoop in and save our asses. None of them have lived the life I have. None of them can defend the world the way I can.
I mean...
Don't you have another one of these?
Oh, I got these all over the place. You know, dead men need options.
Why Finland?
Priscilla and I honeymooned here. Skrulls like...
It would have been better if she never asked the question of why don't you bring in your Avenger friends. Because now I'm just like, dude, that was a bad excuse. But the world's gonna go to World War III over your ego.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's like a Nintendo DS.
Blow on the cartridge.
No, this is a feature in the
So let
Nintendo
me
DS to blow
clarify.
on it.
You knew how dangerous this vial was, so swapped its location to protect it from Gravik, and now you're going to give it to him.
Exactly.
They do say Darwin never sleeps. Let's give our extinction a nice leg up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's bringing the outfit back, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the eye patch? Fury's back, baby.
It's time. Let's finish this.
I wanted to see a what?
How did you feel about the episode? Did you like this episode? Are you happy? Are we happy?
I don't know.
No. Come on, you go first, because you're the more optimistic. I feel like I'm optimistic.
No, I mean, there were some things that I liked about it. Like, I really enjoyed Olivia Colman's Sonia Falsworth, I think is the name of her character. Like you said, I think she's such a wonderful addition to...
She's awesome.
She is. Like,
No,
she really made it.
She's great. I love her acting and what she brings to the table.
Yes. I'm just, I'm trying to start with the positives, right? So there was that. Some of the action was cool and fun. Some of it, a little bit messy.
But what was messy?
There was something that Emilia Clarke did, and I think it was supposed to look cool, but the way they covered it, I was like, I didn't see anything. It was just...
Oh, okay. That's surprising. I liked what they did with her, and that action sequence was surprisingly good.
Well, I liked most of it, except for that one bit where I'm like, she's doing or trying to do some cool shit. Like, can we just show it instead of it's just like, what is that?
My enthusiasm for this episode was not very high, so that was a very winning moment for me as far as something cool.
And then also with cool things too, we had the Gravik knife. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a nice execution.
Yeah, that was a nice execution.
I liked the thing why he had that room. The thing with the Nazis and all that stuff, and his little
immigrants and stuff. I mean, I think that's also the symbolism as well, right? Because the Skrulls are refugees as well, and so there's like a sort of connection there where they're like an oppressed peoples, and they're all coming together and fighting the good fight because that's what you have to do. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I really, really like Sam Jackson a lot. I'm a Sam Jackson fan.
Yeah.
But there have been some instances in this show and in this episode in particular where I haven't been his biggest fan. I think it's the direction of like them telling him how to, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know what it is. Just the end result is there are some moments I'm just not happy with when Emilia Clarke goes, oh, he wants something called the harvest. The harvest. I'm like, why is he performing it as big as he's performing it? This show in particular is supposed to be like, the more real show.
Yeah, like they departed from that after episode 1, I feel. They were like...
That's what I said to you. And you liked episode 2 more.
No, I did like episode 2
And I thought episode 1 was better because it was more in line with what I was hoping for from Marvel.
I'm not saying that, like, I liked it more or less, whatever. All I'm saying is they showed you a show in episode 1 and you
I was
were
happy.
like, this is the show I like.
Yes.
And then, and there were bits of it that were cool and stuff. I just felt it was a little bit too slow paced, but now it's like full on Marvel pace.
I feel like it's just kind of gone off the rails a little bit.
Well,
like
because there were some stupid things that are happening.
Like literally 5 minutes later, they show you what Nick Fury should have done with Rhodes, and I'm like, what? Like that should not be something I'm thinking about in the middle of the scene. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much or something, but like, if it happened to me after I finished the episode where I'm like, wait a second.
He could have just done that. Like we were saying that as it was happening. It's like, dude, you literally saw your friend get shot and then he turned back into his Skrull form. Why wouldn't you just... Like, don't even think about it. Rhodey shows up. Pow! Oh, check it out, you guys.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
You know what? This episode just felt kind of like, I don't know if it was the writing or the directing or everything, but it just felt kind of rushed. With the exception of that action sequence. It's like, okay, so she goes, I need to bury my father. He tosses her the keys. I'm like, that's how you're handling it? Yeah. That's how you're handling this scene? It's not like you're going to walk her. Okay, so they had the sirens blaring. Oh, shit, I got to go. It's like, no, that. You're the writer. You wrote the show. Take that out. Have an emotional moment where he's escorting her to her father. Like, allow that moment to allow us to feel something. Make the show 2 minutes longer. Let me feel that moment, please.
Sure.
I need that human. This is about the human condition, right? Like, I want to experience that moment with them. And
she just experienced a great loss.
Yeah, and I just felt deprived of whatever that was supposed to be. The English chick, what's her name again?
Olivia Colman.
When she came in with the Scottish president guy, or whatever, the politician, and then she shoots him. Everything she did was fantastic. She was great.
Yeah.
She knows how to chew up a scene because she takes this thing that's like, okay, everybody's getting the same script and she's doing something marvelous with what she's given.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to take whatever the hell this episode was and make her part magnificent as it was, I'm just like, dang, kudos, applause to her for completely stealing this episode. And maybe even the show. The moment leading up to that whole thing with Nick Fury told me that you would tell me how to bury my dad and all that. I'm like, okay, this better look different than whatever humans do. That looked akin to Luke Skywalker, burning up his pops at the end of Return of the Jedi. I'm like, that looks pretty close to is it supposed to look close to human culture and tradition? And that's why we're supposed to be like, see, they're not that different from us. They're just like us.
I don't know. But I did like certain parts of that scene because I thought it was interesting. I could see the conflict that Gaia was going through,
What was the conflict?
Well, maybe conflict isn't the right word, but that notion of I'm a skrull, right? Like, she is this race, this culture, and yet she's grown up in another planet, in another country, and in some ways she's more accustomed to the human cultures than her own culture. And I think in a way I can relate to that as someone who is mixed race, and at different times in my life I've felt like I've related more with one culture and another and felt kind of bad that oh wow, I don't know all the words to one of my national anthems.
Yeah.
Or in her case, I want to do the burial rite for my father the way that my culture demands, and yet I don't know the words because I was never taught them because I grew up on Earth. And so I thought that was
I'm glad you got that from that. I'm glad you extracted something from it because I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything during that whole thing. I wanted to. I wanted to feel something, right? Because we lost Talos, and I'm like, I want to feel all the things that I'm supposed to.
I agree. I really liked him, and I was kind of shocked that they just, took him out like that. But I guess we shouldn't be because they took out Maria Hill very early on as well.
Yeah.
And so it's no one's safe.
I got a little bit in my head during the funeral moment when he was on the pyre. I'm like, okay, so Sam Jackson's wife, Nick Fury's wife, is supposed to say some words right now, and it's not going to be English because it's supposed to be the tradition of the Skrull.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. Start talking, lady. and it happens off camera, and I immediately was like, why is it off camera? There's gotta be a reason. That's a choice. Because everybody else's shit is on camera. Every line she spoke was on camera. Why is it the one part that's in another language was off camera? And I was like, I think she didn't want to commit that shit to memory. I think she tried, and they're like, okay, we gotta go. The light is going. We gotta go. This will be in voiceover. We'll do it ADR. Or she just had a script and was like, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe.
But you saw Khaleesi nailed that shit. She's like, I got this. I used to speak
She's like,
Dragonian. Or whatever
I spoke a high Valerian.
Valerian, yeah.
I got this. It's fine.
Yeah. She did that like a master.
Yeah, she really did.
Now, following that was the scene inside the house, and then Nick Fury's wife, or ex-wife, goes in and gets Emilia Clarke by the arm and starts walking. I'm like, this feels so uninspired. What are they doing right now?
Well, yeah, she's literally like, some people might come and kill me. Oh, why don't you leave? Well, because I love it here. Okay, cool. But you guys should be prepared for when these guys show up.
I felt absolutely nothing during that scene. And I was like, okay, how would I handle this? Okay, if it was on me, what would I do? Because I started thinking about that. I'm like, how do you handle a scene like this? It's a challenge. You just buried her pops. What do you do next? It's like, I feel like that kind of action of taking someone by the arm and walking is usually reserved for a garden or somewhere outside where you can...
They were going into a greenhouse.
A kitchen.
There were plants in there.
Okay, so she was talking about how she loved this and that and the third. I'm like, okay, maybe. Here's a thought. Maybe show it to us. Like, what is it that you love so much? Because I'm not seeing any of it. I'm just hearing you yap at me and I'm fucking bored. What is it that you like about this place? Show it to me. Because I saw that weird art at the front door and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not into that or the Greek faces. But cool that you're into it. Like, show me what you're into about this place that you love so much and can't let go of. Maybe touch something. But it's like literally, she's just walking arm in arm with her. And I'm like, it didn't feel like there was much time. I'm coming back to, it's just like, okay, like we have about 30 minutes to get this. Which is gonna be one take this direction. We're gonna, and then do all 3 pages of dialogue this way. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Because most of the time had to be reserved for the action. So I'm like, okay, fine. The action was cool. The
action was cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about Gravik and his behavior now?
Like, I already said my feelings about that. I just don't think he's a likable bad guy. We're watching Succession, right? Everybody's a bad guy in that show, and they are all interesting. Even though I don't like them as people, they are likable. They are so interesting and compelling.
Yeah.
Gravik is not. And I'm like, is it the actor? Is it the dialogue? What is it about him that makes him so uninteresting?
Well, I don't know if it is the writing or something, because at this point, I think in the beginning, you could kind of see why people followed him, right? Like, he was revolutionary. He was trying to help the people. But at this point, he's just going around killing anyone who dissents. It's not a good place to be in as a leader because, you know, that's what dictators do. And then eventually everyone turns on them and then it's like, bye, peace out, you know?
I just think it's like too much. That's what for him specifically, it's just too much. He's doing way too much. He needs to bring it way down. Like, you taught me, stillness is your friend. Actually, you didn't teach me that. You re-educated me on that. Stillness is your friend.
Yes.
And he is not using that at all.
Well, I mean, there's a time and place for stillness, but it's always a good choice.
But he's never like, I'm never afraid of him. I never feel anything like
a menacing fear.
Yeah, you know, anything. I was more afraid of Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood than I am of him here. You know, now that's not a fair comparison. Daniel Day-Lewis was Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, that's a completely other realm of acting. But still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Daniel Day-Lewis's character in There Will Be Blood killed way less people, and I was way more afraid of him in that film than I am of this dude here. I was more afraid of Tim Roth before he pulled out his gun at the beginning of Pulp Fiction than I am of this guy here. There's just something in its crafting that's not working for me. There was a Sam Jackson moment towards the end, like when he pulled the mask off, I was just like, wait. This episode has me asking so many questions. Let's back up a little bit. He's got the graveyard in front of him with his name on it, and she goes, why aren't you calling your friends? They should have cut that from the show, because he goes, because I need to know that I can do this on my own, otherwise I just completely checked out. I'm like, dude, whatever you say doesn't make sense.
That's
like
dumb. Yeah.
it just doesn't like.
I mean,
and the emotional stuff to follow that, I couldn't connect with it anymore because you just said something so impressively stupid. I'm like, no, you can't.
But is it though?
Yes.
Is it? Because, right? I think the point that he's trying to make is
what has been established in this episode. What is the potential outcome if things don't go right?
Gravik is going to become a super duper skrull.
No. For human or for Earth. What is the
extermination?
World War III. So you're telling me the stakes are not high enough, not yet, to warrant
to call in Captain Marvel,
to call in Captain anybody else.
Anybody else. We'll take Hawkeye, like whoever.
I mean, maybe I'm being too much of Jabby Koei here, but like, I just felt like that was so dumb that I just couldn't take it seriously. The moment to follow, well, the mask thing. Let's talk about like how come he wasn't using this earlier at any point in the show? The end part where he gets his stuff back, with the eye patch. I'm supposed to cheer for Nick Fury because he's back and doing his. He's got the outfit again. I couldn't. I want to feel all the things the show wants me to feel, and I don't feel it. Except with her.
With Olivia Colman, Sonia
Olivia Colman.
Falsworth.
Yeah, she's great.
Well, all I was going to say was that whole thing about, like, you know, we need to learn to fight our own battles. I don't think that's entirely wrong, because what if all the superhumans decided to turn against the normie humans? We do need to learn how to fight our own battles. However,
Yes.
it does sound like a weak excuse when it's like, yeah, literally World War III is about to happen. Maybe you should give your friends a call, because now you're dealing against someone who's also super skrull.
I'm surprised that footage of Nick Fury killing Maria Hill doesn't elicit a response from a single Avenger. Come on.
I didn't even think about that. Maybe they just don't watch the news, because I don't like to. It makes me very sad sometimes.
Come on though.
I know you would probably hear that. There was someone, an Avenger, Spider-Man, Peter Parker. He's probably on Twitter.
Rhodey was like, the world is going to hate you. Okay, so the world is informed about this incident.
Yeah.
You're telling me Spider-Man, anybody else? No one is interested in what's going on here and trying to like get to the bottom of it? Like nobody?
They're all busy handling their own
Come
shit.
on.
I don't know, man.
You got to come up with a better excuse than that. Rhodey told them, no, I don't know. Like, no, I'm not even going to try to come up with an excuse. You just don't address it. Do like Thor the Dark World. Just don't address it.
Address nothing.
Like, I've accepted that, you know? I've accepted that, like, okay, so you know, you have an end of the world situation with this particular superhero. No one else is there, even though we just had an Avengers movie. It's okay. That's how it works in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
It's fine. To try to address something with a really dumb excuse, you're just making me angry now. Like, I just don't care now about what's going on. I'm hoping that, like, people understand where I'm coming from and they're not, like, just hating on. I feel like I'm going to get so much hate in the comments. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, this was all right. And then someone in the comments is like, this is the best thing ever. I'm like, really? This is the best thing ever? Like, really?
I'm still hopeful for the finale. I'm hoping that we get something interesting, a satisfying end to this.
I feel like this has Marvel show syndrome, man. Like every single time I get duped. Like the first episode of Miss Marvel was great. It was such a good episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, sign me up. I am excited. And
I still enjoyed that show, though.
It was all right.
There were some lovely bits in it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was okay. But this keeps happening to me. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like all of them. It's like they start promising and then it just kind of, you know?
Yeah,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was okay. It wasn't, that one was okay.
Yeah.
But like Falcon said,
do better.
Thank you.
Sorry, I stole that, didn't
No,
I?
I was waiting for you to say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.